It seems like people get saved and they forget all about they was a sinner. Like they ain't never did wrong before. And they walk around with that arrogance. Like they ain't never did wrong. Even, having children. And you see your children making mistakes. And then you think about what you did. Right? Because I did it, do I let them do it? Certainly not. Right? Because when I did it, it was what? It was ignorant and whatever. Start with a W. It was wrong. It was wrong when I did it. Right? But because you did it, you have the tendency to do what? Have mercy. Because you begin to understand it. Right? Because when it comes down to children, right? When it comes down to children, you have to be careful. Or we have to be careful. And the reason why I say that is because, what's that word? You don't ever want a child to get thank you, Brother Hine. If you ever get a discouraged child, I don't know if I'm answering your question, Dr. Samuel, I'm going to come back all around. Right? But if you ever get a child that's discouraged, and even an adult, it's hard to get them back around. So in correction, you have to be careful. And you have to consider yourself and where you was at. And then you have to think about what the Lord done for you. Right? And then that love, it don't go along with the sin, but it covers the sin. Right? With correction. Without throwing them to the wolves or throwing them in the trash or this or that, that love covers. Because while we was yet sinners, Christ died for us. And we have to keep that in consideration when we correcting or when we dealing with not just your child, but you dealing with anybody. You have to consider. You have to consider. Because what you don't want to do is discourage. Right? So love a cover. And if we're not able to love past sin, not go along with it, right? Or love past fault, then we have become more holier than thou. Because we ourselves were sometimes foolish. Right? I'll try. Long suffering. All right, what the 13th verse say?
Forbearing one another.
Forbearing. Come on, saints. When we say that we are saints, we saying that we are Christian. And we saying that we are, y'all scared to say it? What is a Christian? Christ-like. Oh boy. You think about what Christ did and the suffering and all that he went through. Right? And we supposed to, forbear one another. Why you falling out with me so fast? Bishop Senior used to say you must be didn't love me in the first place. If you fall out with me that fast, you must be didn't love me in the first place. Right? So it said forbearing, putting up with, dealing with one another. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. And we have to learn how to love one another. Forbearing one another. All right, here we go. We in the book of Colossians 3 and 13, Jaquil. Forbearing one another. And what else, brother?
And
okay.
forgiving one another.
Hold on to your seats. Hold on. Forbearing one another, forgiving one another. Okay, go ahead and read that one out.
If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye.
See, now that's talking even among us, the church. If me and Deacon Frazier have a quarrel, there better be some forgiving going on. Huh? Because me and Deacon done been there. We used to work together. He said it before too now. We used to work together. He don't want me to say this, but I dumped on him. We were playing basketball out there on break, lunch break. I went up on him. He can shoot now. Yeah, but I punched it. Boom. When I dunked on him, I did like Jaquil did that white dude. I pushed him down. He said, "You old bully." So me and Deep went back and forth, right, for a good little while. Even after lunch. And so I don't know if he came to me, I came to him, and we both was in agreement that we better get this straightened out. I'm talking about it was that same day. Me and Deep